sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
Right to the air is Willis. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To about the 33-yard line. The Texans in 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come out a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
A nice gain of 21 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On a nice burst there as they'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. In motion goes the tight end. Play fake. Here's Willis. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Great conversion there on 3rd down. This has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Pick up a 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
That's good football on first and goal. Teams will throw from there. So that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
On 3rd down, Goodson. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Willis on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Malik Willis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Dolphins nothing.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is
are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's going to wind up being complete. So, third down, Dolphin keeper Jason Sanders comes on from the right hash. This from 33. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down. Here's Willis. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down over after. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand-fighting, any means necessary on 3rd down. He's able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Up the middle they go. Goodson, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. 23 yards on the play. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He finds his man complete. That's Bush. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
Firing quickly here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, even the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Getting 10 points on sets him up for third down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the quarterbacks this time, rotation, get ready for his Let's get his offense more than again.
He gave himself options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down now, Goodson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Tyler Goodson. as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he fins him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 4th down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Wilson on first down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on the opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception. And we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Second down throw coming by Willis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Willis. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Goodson, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun, here's Willis.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. Nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Goodson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling the gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
His carries tonight are getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They run the counter. Goodson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This to swell the lead to 6.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Lazard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Wilson.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The slot man in motion right.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get to the red zone, spaces at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Trey McBride.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the
situation, you've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Rondale Moore from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Throwing, Willis.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Willis to throw.
They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Willis.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big